Hello, everybody. Guess what day it is? Oh, you know what day it is. It's Tuesday. And Tuesday is the day Julie and I are in the North Walpole branch of the Walpole Town Library. And we're going to review some books for you. And because it's so cold, I'm going to start with people we meet on vacation.
Oh, I would love to be on vacation in a sunny spot.
I know, gosh. And this is kind of cool. It's kind of a fun read. It's Poppy and Alex. They've been friends for years, with having absolutely nothing in common. I mean, she's a wild child and he wears khakis. But they developed this very nice friendship and they meet every year at the beach. So, Poppy has everything she should want, but she's stuck in a rut.
Oh.
Therein lies the tale. So, in these rather chilly, cold winter days, this will warm you up.
Oh, yes.
And so this is a pretty funny book. So,
and it's a great cover. I love the colors on the cover. Yes.
Orange.
Yes.
And tropical. And look at these people. They're on the beach.
I know. The sun must be shining on them.
Somewhere. Anyway, this is a good one. And now we have Alan First. Boy, Night Soldiers. Look at that
cover. Let me see if we can get a little closer to that cover.
Yeah.
It's very, just like sneaking around at night kind of cover. Yeah.
Wow. Well, this is Bulgaria, 1934. A young man is murdered by the local fascist. His brother is recruited into the NKVD. This is so appropriate for this time that we're Ukraine and Russia and just, I know, it's very apropos.
Yes.
And it's intelligent, ambitious, and absorbing.
Ooh.
The history is deftly incorporated, the viewpoint civilized, the characters in the setting is picturesque, the adventures exciting, and the writing pungent.
Ooh, pungent.
Pungent,
Ooh.
yes. Night Soldiers has everything the best thrillers offer. Excitement, intrigue, romance, plus grown-up writing. Alan First is a very good writer. He has written a lot. And so if you get this and you like it, there's many more.
Oh, good.
So
good.
Yeah, so that's good. I like this cover in the blue in the Alan First.
Yes, very nice. And we judge books by their covers.
Oh gosh, Janet Ivanovich. Oh my goodness. She's at it again. And look at the picture of Janet. Isn't she pretty?
Oh my goodness.
Well, this is called Game On. Okay, Stephanie Plum returns to hunt down a new kind of master criminal. And this is the 28th book in the wildly popular series by #1 New York Times bestseller, Janet Ivanovich. And she's a redhead.
I love red hair.
I do too. And this is pretty good. Stephanie Plum is woken up in the middle of the night by sound of footsteps in her apartment.
Yikes.
Yikes. Thriller.
Ooh.
Oh, I think I'm going to take this one.
There you go.
There you go. That's what I love about being in the library.
I
doing
know.
This.
So many books to bring home.
I know. I take advantage. What can I say?
What can you say?
Ooh, J.D. Robb.
Ooh.
Abandoned in death. She fell asleep again.
Oops.
Woke in the dark. awoke freezing this time. The air so thick seemed to clog her lungs, so her breathing wheezed. And the wheezing led to horrible spells of agonizing coughing.
Oh my
Oh my
gosh.
Wow, that sounds good, doesn't it?
Yes.
Well, you know, J.D. Rao.
She is prolific. Yes.
Yes, and this is a really good one. The woman's body was found in the early morning on a bench in a New York City playground.
Ooh.
Ooh, yeah. She was unclean. Her hair neatly, I'm sorry, she was clean.
That's a big difference, Carolyn.
Oh, you know, in these old eyes. She was clean, her hair neatly arranged, her makeup carefully applied. But other things were very wrong.
Ooh.
Ooh. Like the tattoo and the piercings, clearly new, clothes decades out of date. The fatal wound. Well, you'll have to come and get this.
Yes.
To figure out what the
There's a lot of things that are, what's that word? Incongruous? Incongruous? Yes.
Yeah, right.
Yes. Things that make you go,
Well, I can't take another one. I don't believe that it will be here next week, but if it is, I'm going to take it home. And, okay. And so my oldie but goodie this week is my favorite author is James Herriot. This is a pseudonym. His real name was Alfred White.
I did not know that.
Yes, and he. Gosh, if you're a fan of All Creatures Great and Small, there are 4 books in that series. It's all Creatures Great and Small, All Things Wise and Wonderful, All Things Beautiful and Something, and the Lord.
Bright and Beautiful.
Bright and Beautiful,
Yep.
and then the Lord God made them all. So for that series, if you want to start there, if you haven't read anything, start there. But he also writes, the cat stories and the dog stories.
Surprise, surprise! You love dog stories.
Exactly, and they're all so interesting and charming, and I mean you can just lose yourself in the dales, and it's just such a blend of description, the stories. And the way he writes about all of his animals, you can tell that he loves them, he respects them, and his heart is in the right place.
I agree. And he's timeless. I mean, these books were written a long time ago. But when you said it so well, when you lose yourself in them, it's the same themes that we have today.
And you know, and they're so full of really good advice. When we lived in Connecticut, we had a pig named Geraldine.
You had a pig named Geraldine?
Yes, we did. And she developed erysipelas. And because I read All Creatures Great and Small, there was a pig in one of his stories that developed erysipelas with the same symptoms. And it was pretty easy to get the medication that she needed, and so Geraldine was fine.
Oh wow!
But had I not read that book, I might have not known what to do.
Yes, and poor Geraldine might have had a different fate.
That's true. That's very true. And we might have had a different diet. But yeah, so these books by James Herriot, they're not only delightful to read, they're full of good advice.
They're full of good advice. And I heard from Chris that there is a new series on PBS.
Oh yes,
a retelling of these stories.
All Creatures Great and Small. So if you've been following the PBS series, it's it's same characters, same names, different stories, but Helen is there,
and are
James.
they set back in that time? They must
Yes.
be. Yes.
Oh yes.
Yep.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
But in this series, we're introduced to James, his mother and father,
Oh.
which we didn't before. Helen, we know more of her family, and it's the same theme with the same kind of setting. There's Tristan and the brother and Mrs. Hall, and all those Tricky Woo and Mrs. Pumphrey. So it's all the same, sort of the same characters, but each week you're introduced to new ones.
Mm-hmm.
And Mrs. Hall may have a suitor.
Ooh!
So I can't wait for next season. But James Herriot, no matter which book you pick up by him, you're in for a delightful winter afternoon reading.
I agree.
I can't recommend these highly enough.
And we have so many of them at the library, and that's
Yes,
a testament too, because they
Yes.
are older books, and sometimes
Yes.
older books do not survive the cut, but these have survived again and again.
Absolutely, because
Yeah.
they're timeless.
Right.
They're timeless.
Yeah.
So, pick up the James Herriot book.
We have enough to go around.
Exactly, and if you haven't read any, you're in for a very delightful winter afternoon reading. So, anyway, that's it for this week.
Excellent.
And so,
will we see you on Saturday?
So I would like to extend the invitation to join Julie and I on Saturday, where we do Sneak Peek Saturday.
Ooh.
And I read the first page of a new book to whet your appetite. And so we come to a conclusion for another successful Tuesday. So anyway, we'll see you Saturday.
Definitely.
And thank you, Julie.
Thank you, Carolyn.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.